Hi guys, today we're gonna do a short video about a Lenovo Yoga. The model number is Yoga 710-15 IKB. Okay, it's this particular one, and the problem this computer has is that sometime when you move the screen at a certain angle, the screen is gonna start to flicker. Now, many times people think it's a problem with the screen itself. However, the problem most of the time is the actual connecting cable, which moves on the back of the screen, so it has to be reseated. So I'm going to show you how to disassemble the computer and how to easily try to fix the problem yourself before you take it to a computer repair shop for any kind of repairs. Just be very careful when you do this. Follow the instructions exactly, and you should have absolutely no problems. Again, sorry for the mess here. I'm in the middle of a lot of stuff. I'm trying to make videos as time allows. So yeah, let's proceed. So first you need a tweezer. You have on the side of the screen, you have two little plastic tabs. On this particular one, this one is missing. We're gonna remove the plastic tabs, just like the rubber tabs, just like this. And once removed, they will expose two screws, one on each side of the screen. Okay, we're gonna remove the screws. It's a regular Phillips screw. One here and one here. Then with the same tweezer, we're gonna pop this thing. Okay, that's removed. So we're gonna do the same on the left hand side. Okay, and now in the middle you see there is a little plastic protective. Okay, that will have to be removed. So we take a little pry tool and we're just gonna pop it up from under, just like this. Okay, you want to lift the bottom first because it has some teeth on the other side which are going under the screen. Okay, so the bottom removed, this one comes off, and that will expose another screw right here which has to be removed. Okay, we're gonna remove that screw. And now the tricky part, the actual screen, it is glued on the back of the case of the computer. However, compared to other manufacturers, Lenovo were nice enough people to actually leave you these little tabs right here. You see it? It's one tab right there and one tab right under the connecting cable, which you can just lift with your tweezer. Okay, this one is a little bit more work. Make sure when you try to remove it, you do not you don't actually break that tab. The reason for that is you will need to grab a hold of it in order to remove the glue, the tape, not the glue. So this tape works. By the way, in this computer, this screen was replaced before, so that's why the tape is not what it's supposed to be. They kind of messed it up. Okay. So we'll get to that a little bit later. I'm going to show you on the tab on the left hand side. So this one, it works like those hangers you have. You can just stick on your wall and then you just pull on the glue part in order to remove it properly. So you want to grab this with a tweezer and then just don't apply too much pressure, just pull it downwards. Okay, just like that. and that will nicely come out. Take your time, you do not want to break it, because if you do break it, you're gonna have a hell to actually remove it. So slowly work your way. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, so I'll try my best to show it to you. Okay, let me see if I can turn on the brightness a little bit. Okay, so you want to pull it down slowly. You do not need to hit the screen or anything like that, like in other computers, in order to loosen the tape, as this is coming actually rather nice. See? Keeps coming, keeps coming. Okay, you see, this is the tape, and we're gonna keep pulling on it. Okay. You can fast forward if you want. Okay, it's almost done. As I see, the tape is becoming thinner. That shows me I'm towards the end of it. Okay, and this is the end of it. Okay, so this is the tape we just removed. Okay, and now we're gonna do the exactly same thing on the other side of the screen. Okay, you're gonna have less trouble than I do have right now, because it's gonna be a little bit hard for me to grab it, because the other people who replace the screen, actually they glued this cable on top of it, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to grab. Okay, I just need to grab it just a tiny little bit, and then I'm just gonna twist my tweezers. Okay. Hi! So we're gonna repeat the same procedure as we did with the first one, and slowly pull on the tape. Again, take your time, you don't want to break the tape, as that would be a pain to actually get the screen off if the tape is broken. And I do believe, by the way this one looks, because again the screen was replaced before, it looks like this tape might actually break on me. Let's not jinx it. But yeah, it definitely does not look good. Okay, it is much thinner then the one on the right hand side. Okay. You're probably only seeing my hand, but you got the idea in the first tape on how to have this removed. And there it goes, the second tape is removed. Okay. Now with both tapes removed, I'm gonna put the computer just like this. So I'm gonna show you that the screen, it already has a play. See, on the side, if I put my my nails, see, I can already see the screen coming loose. You see? Right there. Okay. And it's the same on the other side. Now what I want to do is lift the screen from underneath, just like so. There is a small board right here, which is, you have to slowly pop it up. So put your fingers under the screen and then push a little bit on the little board. Okay, good. Now that's, what you want to do right now is just pull the screen down just like this, and there you go. You have successfully removed the screen. Now what you want to check, it's this cable right here. You want to reseat it. Okay. It's this connecting cable right here. So we're gonna remove this scotch tape, whatever they used here, to kind of keep it in place from moving. And it's not necessarily very efficient because this is a yoga laptop and it spins 360 degrees. It folds basically. So that puts pressure on the cable and slowly is gonna move it. This tape is supposed to keep it in place, but sometimes it doesn't. So we have to remove it in order to reach to the cable. Okay. And now we're gonna push the cable upwards and reseat it. Okay. So we're gonna push the cable all the way. Okay, you're not gonna see anything. Okay, so this cable, we'll have to push it down to make sure it's all the way in on both sides. By the way, in another video somebody was criticizing me for using metal tools. Well, I'm using metal tools because I kind of know what I'm doing. If you don't, yes, you should not use metal tools if the computer is powered on or if the battery is still connected to the computer, because you might cause a short circuit. You can use plastic tools if you have them handy. Again, I'm doing this for quite a while now, and I guess I know what I'm doing. So thank you for the subscriber or for the user for bringing that to my attention, but just to assure him, I'm everything is under control. Okay, so no need to worry about the safety of the computers which are in my shop, as they're on good hands. Okay, if you are not, again, if you are not comfortable using metal tools, don't use them, use plastic. Okay, so now we set that cable, and I'm gonna apply another tape, because that one is not holding up just right. I usually use an aluminum tape. Again, you don't have to use aluminum tape because this is highly conductive. However, I'm not applying the aluminum tape on any part of the screen which has any electrical contacts, so you don't need to worry about me. So I'm gonna tape this on the top of the previous tape, and I'm gonna bring it up, I'm gonna stretch it, and then apply it. Okay, so you have a nice and tight connector right there. Okay, and that's that. Now, since we removed this tape, I guess we'll have to reapply another layer of tape. Okay, and as you see, that tape was right here on this plastic, here and here. So what I'm using, as I showed you in all the previous videos, I have this wonderful red double-sided tape, which you can find it on Amazon. Okay, you can purchase, it's a set of 4 different size, different width tape, and it's very strong. It has a very strong glue. Okay, so I'm gonna just reapply it. Just keep in mind, if you want to have the computer exactly how it was before, you might purchase the elastic tape on eBay, most probably. It looks like the same kind of tape used in iMacs. Okay, but for the purpose of this video, this tape will do it. Okay, because I'm not planning to replace the screen all over again. Okay, so that's why I will highly recommend you to make sure that the screen is still working before you actually get to permanently glue it on the back case. Okay, so we'll go like that. And like that. It would be nice if that tape can be reused, however, unfortunately, that's not possible. Okay. But this, again, this will do it. So, as I said, let's make sure that the actual screen still works. So we will turn on the computer. Hopefully it still has juice. Let's see. There you go. And we can also check the screen, the touch screen, which it does work. I'm gonna, okay, let me just block this somehow. So, okay, the name of the person. So, touchscreen still works. I'm gonna put pin. So, yeah, it does work. Obviously, pin is incorrect. I'm gonna shut off the computer, shut down, and shut down. So, the touchscreen works, the LCD works. Now it's safe to put it back on. And the way we're gonna put it on, I will show you. Has to be done in a certain way. you see this this thing right here at the end of the screen. This basically act like teeth, which they go. Let's see, you can. This one are supposed to catch on the top, on the very top of the screen. So those teeth will go here, 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 and here. All right. So the way you put the screen on is like this. You'll flip it over. Okay, remove the camera so I can flip the screen. Okay. You start with the screen brought back in a lower position, okay, and you're gonna push it up, okay, make sure it's flat over there, and then you sit it. Okay, so that's the way you do it. Now I'm just going to remove the protective layer of the tape so I can safely glue it. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove that. Okay. Now, depending on the tape you'll be able to find, you might find a tape which is actually a little bit thinner. It's not as thick as the original tape, right? Because as you see, this has a little bit of thickness to it. Okay, so what you want to do, if that's the case, you double the tape you just put, so that will bring it up to the right thickness. So we'll put another layer of tape exactly on top of the old one, I mean the one that I just applied earlier. Okay, and right now it should have the proper thickness to catch on the actual screen. You might ask why I'm not using the same tape. Is because pretty much every computer, it uses a proprietary kind of tape, and many times it's not easy to find a replacement one, so you have to work with the tools and the materials that you have at hand. Especially if you're watching from home, most probably you don't have different thickness of tapes laying around just in case, so therefore you can just buy one which will do the job. Okay, what you could also use, even though I don't necessarily recommend it, it's a tape, it's a dual-sided tape which you can find at your local hardware store. They come, it is a flexible kind of tape, not particular this one, because this is it is too thick. As you see, I'll show you the thickness of it, but you can find thinner, you see, and this is somewhat flexible. Okay, so you can use this kind of tape, but again, that one creates a very strong bond, and if for some reason you wanna open up your own screen for any particular reason, with that kind of tape you're gonna have a hell of a time removing the screen. With this one, basically, if you'll heat up the back of the screen, it should make the glue a little bit less powerful, and it's gonna be possible for you to remove the screen. So now for the final part, the reassembly of the screen. Again, you might want to check again if your screen works before seating it. So we're gonna just turn it on again, and yes, I do have the screen. Everything is working. I'm just gonna hold on. Let's see. Okay, Lenovo. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and put the screen back on. Okay, well, I guess I have to. Okay, just shut it off. So now remember, you have the glue which is exposed, the tape. So don't lay the screen flat just yet. Just put put the top in. Make sure it slides all the way to the end. Okay, you push on it. It is all the way in, and now you can safely put the screen down. Remember the little board, which it needs to be helped a little bit, so you have to push it down with a little pry tool. It should actually just gone in one side, and let's see the other side. Boom, it's in. So now the screen, it's making full contact with the adhesive. We're gonna push it a little bit, not with the finger, but use the cloth or something to just on the side. Okay, perfect. And now we're gonna reassemble the screws and the other components which we removed. So we're gonna put one screw right here. Okay, that's one screw in the middle. We'll put this part, you see the teeth right here. So yeah, this one also, sorry I was interrupted. These teeth have to go under the screen, so you'll put it at an angle just like this, and then you'll press it down. Okay, it should click. That way you know that it's properly seated. Okay, now we're gonna put the end caps, these little guys. We're gonna put it on each side of the screen. They only go in one way, so you cannot mess that one up. Okay, then we're gonna put the screws back on. Okay, then you're gonna attach the rubber, little tiny rubber pads on top of the screw, so it make it look good. Now this computer was missing one, so I cannot put the other one. Make sure you twist the screen, so when you move the screen should not lift itself up. That means that it's properly glued. Okay, so let's turn on the computer again, make sure that everything works, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna move it as much as I can to make sure that the screen will not flicker again. Now if the screen has lines on it or something like that, you're not encountering the same problem that I have right now. But if the screen starts to flicker once the screen is moved back and forth, most of the time, as I said, it's just a connection problem rather than a screen problem. So we're gonna say right now there's nothing. I'm even gonna do it at 360, and the screen stays solid. Okay, so yeah, that was all. This was a pretty easy fix. Hopefully you're not gonna have any problems with it, and that will solve your problem as well. And you can try this just two places. What I would say, be careful when you actually do it, because you don't want to crack the screen. So when you're lifting the screen in the very beginning, after you remove the two tape, use your special tools, these guys right here. Put the nails under the screen and lift it up. Don't put any metal or anything, even a hard plastic, it might actually crack the screen. So just lift it up with your nails. Watch that little board underneath. That one has to be popped up first in order for the screen to slide down, and that's about it. This should take you, let's say, half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour at best. The special tools that I've used today It's a Phillips screwdriver, tweezers in order to grab the glue and pull it apart, a pry tool. Again, yes, I know it's a metal pry tool, but that's what I'm using. You can use a guitar pick. It will do the same job as the metal one. And this wonderful sticky red tape. Use the thicker one, the thickest one you can find. Again, I don't remember the name of it, but you can find it. Just search on Amazon for double-sided tape. You can even put the color red. It comes in a pack of 4 different different width, and that's about it. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you solve your problem. Yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm not making as many videos as I used to make, because I'm just getting very busy, and at the end of the schedule I'm just really tired and I can't wait to go home, so I don't really have time to make videos. However, I'll do one every single time I get a chance. Again, if this video helped, pat yourself, give yourself a pat on the shoulder. You did it. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, or leave a comment, yeah, that's about it. Until next time, take care.